Well, hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. This week I'm back to introducing the theme for our start course, which is running here at 44 Lindbergh Road for the next few weeks on a Wednesday evening. So far we've looked at this journey that is life. Then we've looked at who God is and then why the world is the way that it is. This week we're going to be thinking about who was Jesus and is he relevant? For Christians, the primary source of information about Jesus is the Bible, of course. But is that the only source? Well, actually, no, it isn't. There are many other writings and ancient documents that include this man called Jesus, a carpenter, a son of a carpenter as well, from Nazareth. In fact, do you know there's more documentary evidence for Jesus than there is for Julius Caesar? So for my money, I don't doubt that this man was born, lived and died about 2,000 years ago. I think the bigger question is whether we believe his claims about himself and the evidence that he presented for those claims. See, Jesus claimed not to be just a man, but also to be God. He claimed to be fully human, but also to be fully God. He did all the same things that we need to do. He ate, he slept, everything, etc. But he also lived as God, the creator of everything, able to change the natural things around him and perform what were referred to as miracles, things that were not possible, healing people who were sick, making dead people live again, changing water that was used for washing into the finest wine, feeding thousands of people with just a few loaves of bread and small fish. Alongside that, Jesus lived for 3 years as a travelling teacher. He would go from place to place teaching people, and he taught them that they could live differently, that the world could be a different place from the one that they knew. The miracles he did certainly drew people in, but then they would stay and they would listen for hours to what he had to say. So I think that question about whether we believe Jesus' claims, it's to some extent it's a matter of faith, but it's also an important factor when deciding who he was and whether what he said is still of relevance today. There are some key pieces of teaching which most people would accept as good regardless of who said them. Things like love your neighbour or treat others in the same way you'd like them to treat you, even if they don't treat you that way back. On their own, these are great, but for Christians, there's more motivation than just something that someone once said. We're going to find out more about the end of Jesus' life next week, as well as what happened when and after he died. But for this week, we're just going to be thinking about his life. So if you're able to, why not come along and join us as we explore these things together on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. There's no pressure to share anything you're uncomfortable with. You might do nothing more than sit and listen and hear from what others have to say. We meet for about an hour, maybe just over an hour. We'd love to see you there. Drop me a line if you want to know more, or just turn up on Wednesday. God bless you this week, and I'll see you next time.